Welcome back to Survival Winter, the role-playing game, Sulphur Winter. We are exploring Book 2, The Eyes of the Oracle. With us tonight, we have, all the people. Almost.
Well, I'm the infamous Rob, and I get to portray Sir Artegue da Fontra Cilor, slightly knightlier, although you'd never believe what just happened. I jumped in the middle of a street. Crazy.
Okay.
That is what happened. It's true.
Yep.
I mean, you did, because you're a wanted man.
I didn't break any laws.
Here. You didn't break any laws here.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Because
I think I'm next, and I'm Stephanie, and I portray Eldrida da Vumbra. She is your wood witch / swords person / catch-all for just about anything that the rest of the party can't do.
Plugging all the competence holes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'm Goat. I'm playing Sifanu da Krimbydh. He is the magician of the group. If this session goes the way I'm hoping I'm going to be doing some very unusual stuff. So this could be fun. This could be disastrous. Who knows?
That does sound interesting and intriguing and worrying, and okay.
Sure, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm Jess, and I play Lady Brittany Wallsthwaite. Never one to let an accusation of international terrorism get in the way of a shopping trip. We will see what happens.
Priorities, right?
I'm Alan. I'm playing Bodonius, one of the last remaining monks of Ranz. I'm with the so-called chosen ones, and
Heavy on the air quotes there, for sure.
attempting to corral them into finding the oracles.
Yes. It's a brave attempt, to be sure. It's a brave attempt. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure this group
In between,
will get
getting
along.
attacked and shopping and all the rest.
Yeah. And that's provided they get along with the oracles when they need them to. We'll see.
We've yet to see.
I mean, this is kind of what life outside of Mount Ranz is like. I don't know what you were...
Exactly.
I swear, Bodonius, I didn't even do anything. They attacked us in the middle of a street. It was crazy. It was great.
Well, I'm sure they had no reason to.
You didn't say that.
None at all. Nope. No, sir. No, sorry.
Usually I have to, incite them to get into a fight. This is getting easier.
You just need to exist now. It's so much simpler.
Sir Artegue is so happy over this, right? The chalice is empty of dice, which means that I cannot reward anyone with a fate die for recounting what happened last session.
Well, then the audience is going to have to watch the other episode because we're not telling.
I don't work for free.
I feel like we kind of covered it in our introductions.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, fight in the street, did some shopping.
We got passage on a boat, but we haven't left yet. Yeah, we're good. Moving on.
Gostaki did claim that Deidre was a princess.
We are very clearly buskers.
Clearly
We are
buskers.
definitely buskers.
Very much buskers, yes. And with some excellent working of various machination abilities and social skills, the locals in Melsa are completely convinced that you are in fact buskers. Isn't that nice?
Gonna make tailing us a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. And this is now the early morning of the 15th of the third month of the year, which is called Fatesca in this world. And you are in fact leaving Parator now, this, for some in the group, very hated island. Mm-hmm, yes.
Bye, won't miss ya.
Whoa, someone here hates the island? What did the island do to you?
Leave the island out of this. It's just the scumbag empire on top of the island.
Fair
Blame
point.
the land for this.
Yes. You are, of course, on a caravel, and it's heading for T-Gold, with various Paratornian produce, including Langox, because we can't go too far without Langox. But also some algae silk, of course.
I bet they're
Gotta
soft,
have that latest fashion.
unpalatable.
That's a nice lot of Langox there. Shame if something were to happen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there isn't a whole lot of necessary. I mean, there are always some passengers on a caravel, because this is on a caravel between these two cities, Melsa and T-Gold, because this is in fact the main one of the main trade routes on the Inner Trachorian Sea, or the part of it called Silken Sea here, and it's like taking the bus, I guess. So you're definitely not going to be alone on this ship. There's definitely going to be a whole bunch of other folks. Anyone from upper class probably going to do some work for the local Imperial administration, to workers hoping to find some jobs in the wharfs or something, or what have you. Maybe some Saphynians actually going back after having spent some time in Paratornian business. Saphynians, of course, can be identified in many ways. One of them being that their average body size is considerably larger than Paratornians on not height-wise. Yeah. They like their food a lot. That's how they roll on Saphyna. And that drawl they speak with was also a big signifier. You are all very heavily disguised, so apparently no one is looking for you specifically. Though there are some people, have the flyers are out there with the wanted poster is out there. It's just got to be someone who has it. But you have been very nicely disguised by Lady Brit.
Oh, on the wanted poster, is it just like all of us says wanted dangerous criminals or something?
Yeah.
Or do we have like prices on our heads individually? If so, who's winning?
There are no prizes on the heads. No, it's just report them immediately to the authority right now.
Well, you're never going to get us caught that way. What's wrong with you?
I mean, do you not realize this is Paratorna? Like, come on now.
They really should have attached a Trakeen value to your heads, shouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't.
Why else would you want to approach dangerous criminals if there's no reward?
Right?
That sounds like the sin of charity.
Right?
Oof! The horrors. This morning, as you leave the island, it is in fact raining and chilly, just about freezing. Lovely traveling weather at sea.
What?
Right?
It's raining while we travel? No.
I'm shocked.
But you don't have to care about it too much because you're in a caravel at sea, and you don't have to, you can stay below decks if you want.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my cabin. I'm going to stay in there and pace around like a caged bear.
What is everyone else doing? As Lady Brittany's pacing.
How many days we have?
Day and a half.
Day and a half? Okay. Should be enough. So,
Dangerous.
let's see. Eldrida would be kind enough to loan me her room and give me a hand with something.
Oh God. What? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what we're doing. Yes, we can do that.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
I'm also going to ask Artegue to stand by the door and don't let anyone in case there's sounds. And no, not like that. Don't be perv.
I mean,
Magic sounds.
pervy, you guys can do what you want. Suppose then I'll put
It's
a
the sounds of
pin-
magic. All right, just that one time on the mountain, the magic got weird. All right, the magic got weired.
One time.
I'm gonna put
We
a,
don't
Can't let us live it
judge.
down.
No, I've had embarrassing crushes too. It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with this. So we'll put a pin in Lady Brittany pacing around like a caged bear, I suppose, and go answer the call of duty first. And go. Like, sorry, I'm going to have to go guard the door, apparently. Sifani's doing wizard things.
Wizard things.
Wizard things. All right. What kind of wizard things are we talking about?
Human sacrifice, I hope.
Well, I mean,
with-
there's only the three of you there, so.
And some hapless sailor.
With Steph's assistance, I'm going to open a not a portal, but a window back to Majora.
Oh, window. You want? Oh,
I can scry with moon magic, so
Yes,
Yeah.
you can
we're-
scry.
yeah.
You can scry.
Actually, if you could do that, because I bet that requires concentration, so I won't be able to do the other thing that I want to do.
I know. Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about scrying here.
Sort of.
Yep.
To start with, apparently.
Just apparently, yes.
Stand back. We're doing magic that we've never
Are you,
done before.
Are you
Last
going-
time
this
this
before?
happened, the last time this happened, Sifanu raised an entire undead army that came and
But no,
destroyed
no.
an entire land. But
I was gonna say, are you
Okay.
gonna spend fate dice to hide the anti-creationist magic
Also-
from the very creationist mug?
also, wait, back it up a second. We're on
That
a
sounds
moving
expensive.
ship. Are we
Yeah.
trying to do magic on a moving ship on the water?
Yeah.
Sifanu, just like Magic 101.
No.
We have to get somewhere that's like not on the water. It's gonna ground out all our magic.
Doesn't.
Is this true? I thought that was the Earth magic.
No, it's true for all magic.
All magic.
It's a basic
Except-
magical principle.
Except as we've established, you can scry off it with no problem.
Yes, scrying would.
Because
Oh.
usually your magic from one landmass can't cross to another one. Thus far, the only two things we've seen that break that rule are portals and scrying, I think.
Yeah,
There's probably more, but I don't know.
basically. I mean, some
Right.
miracle workers or sorcerers would, for the purpose of traveling quickly between different locations, teleportation stuff, you make a portal that go into a parallel world, and you walk through the parallel world in the multiverse, and then come out the other side. Somewhere.
Life goals.
Yes.
Sounds better than a boat.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure there are never any complications.
None.
Okay.
None at all. Also,
Let's
it
give it a
requires
go.
demonology. Yeah.
So I suppose, can they cast a spell at sea? Like, where does that stand in the whole no landmass over water to other landmass?
Well, the range is limited to where the water starts.
Oh. Okay.
So, yeah. But
Fair.
apparently you can do, if you're like a wind, it's sometimes a bit confusing here for me as well as a game master, because, I mean, obviously aquamancers can work with water, including oceans and large bodies of water. And if you work with as a wind sorcerer, you can definitely talk to winds above oceans. So you could technically fly out over the ocean and land on a ship.
See, it's easy for Bodonius and Artegue because let's look around. There's no Earth here.
There's no
This is
Completely
unpleasant. I dislike this.
Yes.
Do not recommend.
So the
Good
question
old
is
crowd.
then, will you be able to do clairvoyant? You know what? I'm going to say that you'll be able to do because it's unlimited range.
Right.
And that is it literally says the range is unlimited, which is different from all the other spells, where range is limited by landmass. So let's go with clairvoyance. You can do it.
Okay. So I
Okay.
fire it up.
Okay, what are we looking for again? What did you say? I'm sorry. Are we looking
What
at
the hell are we doing?
Marjura again, or?
Yeah, specifically the sulfur mine.
The sulfur camp. Okay then. Let's
There's
see.
a river up from the bay, so
Yes, there is. You will need to have, for moon magic, we said it is water, and you spend at least 1 fate die because you're doing the magic.
Into the chalice again.
Into the chalice. The chalice thanks you. The chalice now has a die.
Well, now I'll
assisting.
recap last game.
Yeah, that gets another die. So you have 4 dice now. You are doing this indoors because you're doing it in a cabin. And it is... So... What are you sacrificing this time?
Oh.
Can I injure myself?
Yes,
I'm gonna steal some of your drugs and throw them in the fire.
No! Can I hurt myself?
You can. Do you want to
I
give
will
yourself a point of something ouch, like damage?
Yeah, I'll take a point to my stone.
Yep.
point of something. Ouch, love it.
Take point of something ouch. So that will be 4 dice with a 2 difficulty.
Okay. Sorry, trying to open the roller here. Took a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is 1
Damn.
success, which is not enough.
Let's see here. Hold up.
You do have an
I was
experience.
visited by the moon goddess, though.
You were, weren't you?
Yeah.
You've had the
Hey.
fanciest visitors. But you've already used that one.
Oh. No, I just clicked it off.
Oh, you just
I
clicked
just
it.
did that.
Okay.
I
fair
just
enough.
did that in the game. Yeah.
You just
sorry.
did that now. Excellent. So, yes, re-roll
I can
your
reroll.
failures.
3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's
Hooray.
much better. That is 2 successes, 1 of them being a 6, which means that you do not take exhaustion or such like. Very nice. Right, your eyes wander away to the sulfur camp. I guess that you have a bowl of water where you can
Oh, I
see
used the
in.
mirror.
Oh,
I
the
used
mirror.
demon. Yeah, the demon mirror.
Oh, you're using Rira's mirror, but you don't invoke the actual verses. You just look at it
No.
and use your own magic.
That's right.
I'm
Sure,
sure.
this is fine.
But
I'm
it is
sure
a magic
Ririba would
mirror.
consider you cheating now, but never mind.
Oh yeah, the demon inside is like, mother, how dare you?
And yes, in the mirror, you will see the sulfur camp on Marjura right now. It is snowy, it is cold, it is generally miserable. It's still dark. It's still dark because we're talking March in this part of the world, and there is nothing. Like the houses are gaping empty. The door to the old barracks where the captives were being held, it's just kind of flapping a bit in the wind. Drifts of snow across the ground. Not a single sign of human or otherwise activity.
No activity, as in not even zombies wandering around.
No. Apparently, the restless have very little interest in sulfur.
Last time we spotted them, they were doing like normal stuff, like old routine stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if there are a couple of oh, you killed the camp guard, didn't you? Yes, you killed 2.
No, the swamp did.
The swamp did. You will be able to see, in fact, let me amend that. You will be able to see 2, by now, quite skeletal camp guards walking back and forth on a never-ending patrol.
I seem to recall one of them was missing a head.
Yes, one of them is missing a head.
Lies.
Yeah, you caved in the head on one of them, and yeah, it's just a body without a head walking back and forth, holding whatever weapons are at hand, like a spear. with very tattered clothes by now. They've almost like completely rotted off.
Okay.
So yeah,
I feel kind of bad for it. Is that weird? Like I'm having feelings that I feel it's rough.
Don't feel bad about
There might be more, I guess. Though I feel like most Paratronian camp commanders probably threw anyone who died in the camps into the swamp, and the swamp are of course water, so none of those dead bodies have risen. They're still there. So surprisingly few camp prisoners have been risen as dead.
Okay. Now,
So what I'm hearing is we just need to pick up the restless and throw them in the water, and then our problems will be solved.
Yeah, all 20,000 of them. But the whole reason I wanted to do this is I want to see if, since I can see that one guy, can I control him?
Oh!
Like, I'm pretty sure it's his line of sight.
Are you the one who sees? Because it's her inner eye that wanders.
Oh, I thought I
but
was
can
using
see
the
it.
mirror.
Yeah, I can see the mirror.
Yes.
And I was assisting with the spell.
Fair enough. Okay, let's try it. This is gonna be interesting.
That's it. I gotta give it a try. If I get a bunch of 6s, then hell yeah. But
Can
we'll
you
see.
do magic while participating in magic? I guess
That's
I
what
can
I'm
raise the
saying.
difficulty. I can raise the difficulty
Yeah.
one step. No,
That's why I said I wasn't going to cast it because I don't think I could juggle 2 spells.
No, but you are helping
Yo,
out.
dog, I heard you like magic.
You are still being
Oh,
distracted by helping her doing things.
Okay.
Doing magic shit.
We'll put some
All right.
magic.
I'm doing my magic shit using 2 fate dice. And I'm going to go ahead and steal the one she just used to make it a 6.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to be
Bodonius is
anti-creationist, I might as well.
Bodonius is just down in the hold like, la 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 la.
Speaking of which, are we hiding this magic in any way? No.
Yeah, this is some pretty awful shit. I should probably spend it. Like, this is not okay.
So
Like,
another fake die.
What? What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Like 6 dice.
vile necromancy.
You're letting the man get you down.
I was just scrying. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Isn't moon magic inherently anti-creationist?
Yeah, just because I had to breathe
Yeah,
on the mirror,
it's
it's fine.
Yeah.
Technicality.
Oh, and you didn't even hide what you were doing, Eldrida.
I did not.
Yeah, so Bodonius will definitely know that you are worshipping Luvena in there in the most yeah.
Newsflash, Bodonius.
Yeah.
Well, he knows that someone's in Eldrida's cabin worshiping the moon. It could be anyone in there.
If you looked me in the face and asked me, I'd be like, yeah, Lavina is the bomb. Like,
So we are
Okay.
taking control of a dead one, right? That's the whole point.
Yes. Can I use my experience of wielded enormous amounts of power without exploding?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to reroll 4 of those.
That was a kind of meager
not-
result. You have 3 successes
Yeah.
at least. But
Yeah, 3 successes and no 6s.
no 6s. So this is gonna get interesting. And none of them were actually you used 2 on your 2 fate dice. So none of the ones are on your fate dice. That's good for you. But you do have some kind of mishap here. Are you going to take some kind of misery equal to the power level? Because that would be 2 points. Are you going to have something else bad happen?
I'll just take 2 points of exhaustion because I'm really trying to give it my all to make this work.
That makes sense.
Gives new meaning to the term knock yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sweat is beading on Sifana's forehead as he's working these
you're just
dark
like, yo, dude,
energies.
are you okay?
It's
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I have it under control!
And what you're taking control of an undead? Is that what we're saying?
I'm
here?
at least attempting to.
I mean, I suppose you can do that. Yeah, they are. Well, they're not normal undead, are they? They're restless dead, which is a difference. But
Malik were here, he would get very pedantic about it.
yes,
I'm sure Saphyna would go in great details about the difference, but player go, whatever.
So on difficulty 1, equal to the power level of the restless, of the undead. I mean, this one is like power level 1, but you're doing it complicated, so it's still 2 difficulty. So I'm gonna say that you can do it. Yes, it's not gonna last for a long time, but the restless stops dead in the tracks and waits for a command.
I give it the command to bring some sulfur out of the mine.
Ah, yes, but you see, the sulfur is not in a mine. The sulfur is in the swamp. So the restless walks straight out into the swamp and immediately falls over and disappears under the water.
Okay, so the concept works. I just need to figure out how to keep them dry.
It's like, splash, as the magic is disconnected from its body, and all the magical energies just evaporate.
Okay. All right, that's all I got. There's nothing more I can do with this.
I guess, yeah. You are a very tired man right now. While Sifanu and Eldrida do this...
Wait a second.
yeah.
I want to reframe this. You just controlled an undead from thousands of miles away.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
I wanted a proof of concept, so yes. This is how I'm going to reestablish the sulfur trade with zombies.
The first... was this the
Please
first...
don't you figure out how to get the sulfur out of the
I'm working on it.
Was this
Gotta have
step
Step F. I'm still working on step A.
the first Zoom-controlled restless?
Yes.
Just need a big shovel. Just get him to get a shovel and
You need to bind this spell into like a joystick or something so you can control them more easily.
Well, then you have
X to
to
dig.
invent the dry suit, so they have the big bell helmets and they don't get wet.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so, what is Bodonius doing meanwhile? Like, Deidre and Gistaki are just, they're in a ship at sea. They're up by the bow, looking out. They're on a new adventure. Deidre is very excited. Gistaki is there because Deidre is.
Deidre is very excited. Gistaki is there.
Well,
Let's face it, Gistaki's tail is waving. That's all that matters. Okay.
given that it is cold and miserable and wet, Bodonius is in his cabin, wrapped up in a blanket, trying to stay warm. Given his fire of 1, he is not in very good.
That's a fair point. Yes, a bit fragile maybe to the elements.
Yeah. So he's just wrapped up in his cabin in a
Go off on an adventure, they said.
Yeah.
What said?
considering lighting
To
a
tropical
fire in
places,
cabin,
they said.
realizing that would
Yeah.
not be a good idea.
The good news is the wind is light, so the waves will not be terrible and horrible. So I'm not gonna have
That's
you.
an upside at least.
Yeah. I guess if you want to roll a stone check to see how you react to being at sea, if you're not used to that, you can do that, but you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Of course.
I think Bodonius is fine.
But Bodonius is completely fine with this. It's not the ocean's movement or the boats rocking that is a problem for Bodonius. It's the cold. Let's face it.
It's the cold and the rain. So I'm like, I will stay here where it's nice and dry, and it's only a day and a half.
And of course the whole idea of the rocking. He doesn't get seasick. He's just uncomfortable with the notion of not having dry land underfoot.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, so goes the morning, I suppose. What do you do on a ship? You have experience of being on ships for an extended period of time, adventurers, don't you?
Yep.
Well,
Unfortunately.
Don't dislike.
so once the two of you are done with your magical shenanigans and Eldrida's bleeding and Sifanu looks completely exhausted.
This is fine. This is fine. This is normal.
Everything go okay in there, guys?
He's a window necromancer now.
Eldrida, I figured out where like his last two titles fit in the spiel. You're gonna have to figure out where to stick this one.
No?
All right.
Okay.
Listen, I was trying. And at that, I'm gonna go, or Artie's gonna go back and check on Brittany. Is she in fact still pacing like a caged bear?
Yeah, looking cut out of it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like, guys, Sifanu doing magic takes at least an hour. So I mean, this is dedicated, furious pacing. So you're usually not this uptight after someone dies.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Sorry.
See? Told you I could sneak up on you and kill you.
You're adorable.
What's up? Only if you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's cool, whatever. You're just, high-strung assassin.
I mean, accurate, but it's too quiet. I don't like it.
This seem any quieter than usual?
Oh,
Plenty of.
sorry. That didn't make any sense, did it? Okay.
Nope. This is way noisier than like hanging out on the side of a mountain, for instance. That's much quieter.
No, I just, when I'm too far away, I can't hear.
The voice in your head?
I don't like it.
Too far away from what?
The land, I guess. I don't know.
Like, what's between Paratorna and Trinsmere? I've seen you on 3 different continents and you're fine.
I mean, I was not fine on the trip up to Marjora. At least this time I knew what to expect.
Well, to be fair, we didn't know who you were, so.
No, I mean, yeah, that was awful. I did not enjoy that. I'll be okay once we make land. I just need to tough it out. That's all.
Getting drunk help?
Maybe.
I mean, Shay's got some grass. If you want to try that instead.
Yeah, I mean that might help.
All right. Cool. So I suppose Artege's going to suit himself out. Go find an Eldrida and a Sifanu and be like, "Hey, so Sifanu, remember that thing I asked about some time ago on the side of a mountain about somebody who got talked to by somebody else over great distances?"
Okay.
Okay, I was talking about Brittany. Yeah?
Yeah.
On Ranz? Yeah, okay. Cool. So, apparently she's not getting messages from her friend right now and is super uptight about it. So I figured we'd all go get drunk and high.
Yes.
No, Eldrida, it looks like you had something before that.
I had a question. I was gonna ask, but it doesn't matter now. Let's just go. It's just not important. No. Okay,
well,
All right.
I'll bring my bag. I go get my bag.
Bring a doctor's bag and a drug bag.
So because I was going to ask, since Sifanu has exhausted himself completely, if he's going to take some R&R for a scene and recover some
Come on,
exhaustion.
Sifanu. Let's R&R.
But I'm going to say like this, because this is in fact a bane for Eldrida. To make it a bane, how about you indulge so much in the stuff that you don't actually heal the damage?
I like fate die. I'll do so.
All right,
take my
you
damage.
get fate die.
I have 6 fate die and
You
1
do
stone
indeed.
damage.
Yep.
I'll have one drink and immediately pass out. Because I'm barely conscious as it is.
Artegue shows up with Eldrida and Sifanu. Sifanu immediately passes out. Eldrida gets so stoned that she's up against a wall giggling. This is not how I envisioned this working out, but I should have.
You should have. Will Sir Artegue try anything twice thing here, Bane-wise, and also be incapacitated?
Oh, well, I was going to go get Bodonius, so let me go get Bodonius first, and then I will incapacitate myself happily. Be like, hold on, I'll go try Bodonius.
Can we get Bodonius? Because I think we need an adult.
Hey, Artegue just sticks his head out into the hall. Hey, Bodonius!
The chosen ones need an adult.
Bodonius!
Maybe what you're looking for is trip sitter.
Yeah. It's about to check if Bodonius has trip sitter as one of his skills on his character. Unfortunately for you guys, he doesn't.
Bodonius, I'm about to talk to the mountain. It's gonna be great.
Oh, do you think he can't hear me? Should I try louder?
Bodonius will make his way out of his room, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Still wrapped in a blanket.
Hey, Bodonius, we're all getting drunk. Well, and high. You want to come? It's much warmer that way.
It will be with more of us in the same room. That I will. Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Come on, Bodonius. You come in, Eldrida's already giggling her tits off. Sifanu's drooling in a corner. Okay, cool. There we go.
So part of the course then.
And for the Swedish audience, then, our brave adventurers have turned this caravel into
Party ship!
the
Party boat!
The ferry to Finland. That's,
And now that Bodonius is here, Artegue proceeds to get super high.
This is
that
it's a
literally
Swedish
what-
joke that I don't get. What does it mean?
It means there's a ferry, of course, going between Stockholm and Helsinki, and it takes about 24 hours, I think, to get across. The whole point of going with that ferry is that it has a tax-free store, because there was a special exemption for that ferry, because it technically goes between countries. But when both countries joined the European Union, they're not supposed to have any customs borders and wada wada, but they allowed the ferries to have the tax-free store still there. So everybody goes on the boat to get drunk and wasted as much as possible. That's the whole point of going on the ferry.
Note to self: go to Stockholm.
Right?
Take ferry.
Sounds amazing.
Yes. And it has a reputation, let's just say. You've just turned this caravel into that. I think.
Doesn't mean he's not usually one to overindulge, but you can't go crazy if you're unconscious. So
I have to take a brief pause to game. Robert, can you turn your head far to the left or right for me, please? The other side? Okay, there's your hair. I thought you cut all your hair off. I was about to totally freak out.
It blends with the shirt, and
right.
Zoom kind of helps.
I was gonna say I about totally freaked out. In case y'all don't know, he's got hair like down to his back, in the middle of his back now.
It's super long.
Yeah, I'll just say like this, Artegue. Since you are also giving into a bane, you're not going to get your exhaustion back yet.
Excellent.
That's all right.
Because it's a bait.
Yeah.
So,
We've got time.
yeah, this afternoon will be one of drug
Apparently,
things.
Brittany just parties harder than y'all on a regular basis, and is fine.
Something about this sea air.
You relax, but you're not an addict, okay? I think that's the difference here.
Yes.
Like, we are obviously problematic, and we should not be trusted.
Also,
You know, the fate of the world and all.
Lady Brittany
What?
might. I
Fine.
mean, if you, since we're not talking Banes here, like, I don't think Lady Brittany has any misery, though, so you don't have anything to heal. So you're fine.
Misery only in the metaphorical sense.
I mean, I could give you some to reflect the metaphorical sense.
That's fine. Fine. That used to be my vein, it's not anymore.
Indeed.
Got better.
So, the
I got new
journey
problems.
continues into the night, and it's everybody's. Should we do a
Bodonius.
long story short, and everybody wakes up in the next morning?
I just want to ask Bodonius if you ever
Gonna
thought,
go around
you know,
like
this
giving
could be
all
so
the
cool.
passed out people a makeover because I'm a mean girl.
I mean, you could do
Brittany
that.
pulls out the Sharpie and starts drawing on people.
No, she does the exact opposite with me and puts up the covers of my facial tattoo. So I wake up the next morning like, ah!
Yes, doing that.
That would be a
Break out the foundation and
that would be a disguise roll, though, because it would be actually useful.
No, I just want to prank Sifanu. It doesn't have to actually last.
Okay, that is okay. That's funny.
Useful.
She copies the tattoos onto Eldrida first.
Eldrida wakes up.
Yes, if he passes out.
Bodonius is not partaking, so
he's just there, not drinking.
well, someone's gonna watch over the chosen ones.
For as long
Are
as
you gonna
can,
stop me
until
from pranking them then?
No.
Okay.
you know,
Adonius'
I
new
just have to
title is
make sure you
Babysitter to the
don't
Chosen Ones.
So, slightly tipsy Lady Brittany's like, Bodonius, shh.
I mean, Bodonius finds it funny, so I just have to make sure you don't die. So I'm good with this.
Bodonius' inner monologue is, I used to be a high-ranking member of the Ranzine monks, and now I'm
Now I'm a babysitter.
for.
But
The company of the
commensurate-
chosen ones, the pig said.
Yeah.
It's being fun, he said.
This is a very important word.
Also, you got a promotion. You're now the highest ranking Ranzine monk.
Yeah,
We
or
know
the
of.
peak.
Isn't it wonderful? I mean, if Deidre discovers these mean girl shenanigans, she will definitely partake and help out with. Oh, you missed a spot, and can I help here with my? Yes, yes.
You guys are awful. You're terrible, terrible people.
What do we do now?
Sifanu wakes up dead.
How will they wake up? Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I don't even know. Gistaki will help with turning Sir Artegue over when needed, because I mean he's not a lightweight person.
Thanks, Gistaki.
Always happy to help.
Real bro.
It totally is. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the version of this for Artegue is we're just gonna give him some pretty girl swag.
Sparkly nails.
Oh yeah. Hair done, nails up.
Yeah. Waking
Eyeliner in there, yeah.
waking up in the morning, I can say that you are very happy to notice that it's not raining anymore. It's just humid and cloudy.
Oh, thank God.
And maybe slightly warmer than you're used to from before.
My arm still hurts. What happened yesterday?
Oh wow, man! It looks like you bleed. It looks like you bled all over the place.
Oh man, I hate it when I bleed my own blood.
All right, then I suggest you take a scene of rest and sleep in.
Fanu's not going to react to Eldrida's new tat.
What?
Oh, it's very good point.
I go look in the mirror. I mean, you gotta be frank. Like, Eldrida never looks in the mirror. Do you know how long
No,
it takes her to actually
I don't
notice?
imagine
I
there's a
figured
lot of shit.
Eldrida would notice, but I thought Sifanu probably would.
Oh.
Again, I don't imagine there's a lot of mirrors here.
Notice
No,
her
on
that
me.
she has your tattoos.
Oh, yes, I would certainly point that out.
A brave attempt.
What did you do, Sifanu?
Do I tattoo in my sleep?
I don't know. I don't remember. Like the Moon Mountain night. Oh no, man.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then Eldrida will believe that she can do this thing too now.
How do you do it? Is there like a word that goes with it? Like ha, cha, Hadouken. No, nothing.
How detailed is the tattoos?
Well, I mean, I did get help from an actual cargo mission symbolist, so...
Oh my god!
Oh, you wanted to roll for it?
Well, I mean, no, I'm assuming it looks like at least realistic enough that without, like, close inspection, because it'll fall apart under close scrutiny, I'm pretty sure, since nobody's...
I mean, it also
spectating
wipes
it.
off, I figure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Also,
I
not
don't
running
feel
in
like
the
she
highlighter,
would...
So.
Yeah, I don't feel like she would necessarily wanna... Yeah, I
You guys
know.
are all mean. You're mean people.
It would be
Yeah.
even more fun to actually have it have an effect, wouldn't it? Deidre's gonna have it have an effect.
Hey, as long as that comes up to your fate.
What?
We are
What is
talking-
happening?
We are talking, mean girlism. And Deidre will completely blame Lady Brittany for everything.
So I don't get broad shoulders.
What
And
did
it
you
also was my
do?
suggestion. It's true.
Why you do these things to me? I thought we were friends.
Luckily, her wind is terrible, so I'm gonna have to spend 2 fate dice from my own pool here.
Jeez. So these will be very convincing Cargo Mission runes, indeed.
Yeah,
They're
but
gonna
it's
be
only
real.
3d6 because Deidre is not the wind person in the group.
I mean, mood.
Jesus Christ. She rolls like the wind person in the group, though.
Does. Okay, so when you smack your hands together like that, you
Hacha.
yeah, exactly, and in Sifanu's face, he gets super scared. And
No.
What did you do to me?
the number of points of fear the victim gains is your effect level, which is 4.
This is amazing.
So I scare the shit out of him?
Yes, he gets 4 points of fear.
How long do these stay? Are these
I collapse.
forever? I collapse.
Yep,
Whoa,
I
man.
collapse.
Whoa, man.
Just utterly broken.
Not cool, Eldrida. Not cool. Not
I
cool.
thought he would. I'm so confused.
What? You wake up with cargo mission runes on your arms, and the first thing you think of is let me point them at Sifanu and see if they work.
Yes. That was in fact the first thing I thought to do. I'm so sorry.
Still a little bit high from last
Is he okay?
night.
I think he's peeing. I think he's peeing a little. Is he gonna be okay?
Bodonius rushes over and sees if Sifanu is okay.
I'm catatonic. I'm not moving.
Very
No.
much no.
I like.
What
Somebody
did
call
he
Sifanu.
do?
Sifanu's down.
You You are, in fact, lying in a broken heap, just sort of rocking back and forth.
In a puddle of Eldrida's blood.
Are these forever? What did you do to me, Sifanu? Did you turn me into a monster?
Also, I feel like you probably noticed he doesn't have tattoos anymore. He doesn't have tattoos.
Yeah.
I took his power. I'm a vampire. Why would...
And
Use my powers for good.
Powers for good,
Use his powers for mega evil. What's wrong with you?
And Deidre is just absolutely laughing her butt off. She's double folded somewhere and just incapacitated by laughter at this point.
God.
So,
So I did, like, how do we fix him?
well, I spent about an hour crying last
shit.
time.
Yeah. He basically has to come out of it. I also have a Healy potion that will heal mental damage, which is what he took, so we could pour that down his throat.
Yeah,
Or-
it's either that or
Oh,
a
no.
scene of recovery, basically, because it's. I mean, he's broken by fear, but he didn't take any consequences. So, if everything is fine for the next few hours, he will recover.
All right, well, let's have a nice breakfast
Let me
in the
just,
cabin with Sifanu's
I
catatonic body.
thought we
Wanna
were
just, like,
supposed
wrap
to
him in your
relax
blanket
this
there,
morning.
Bodonius?
Yeah, like Bodonius just makes sure that Sifanu is comfortable, and after he confirms, like, okay, he's not dead. All right, good. Just sort of, like tuck him in a corner, make sure he won't hurt himself, put him in the recovery position, you know.
And I guess there will be a morning of recovery from various shenanigans from Sir Artegue and Eldrida as well. What do you do to recover your various ailments and misery?
Mine's stone, so I just need to heal, basically, time.
Proper bandaging and whatnot.
Yeah.
If only
Like,
our
Only we
medical
had a doctor.
Well, the doctor is only needed for consequences of taking damage, and you'd only have a point of damage. So all you need is a scene of rest and maybe bandaging your arm a bit, and it's gonna be fine. Like the bruise, it's not that deep a cut, so it's basically get some proper band-aids on. Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
I mean,
Great.
I can help bandage your arm. That seems like a difficult thing to do one-handed.
Thank you.
Sir Artegue, you have some exhaustion. How are you gonna get rid of that?
Gonna hydrate and nap.
Hydrate now. Very good.
Hydrate and nap. Napping is very important.
It is. Yes, it is indeed.
Once I'm done bandaging Eldrida, possibly a massage.
Heyo. Hey, that's all right. Sifanu's catatonic. He won't mind.
And Sifanu just sits there rocking back and forth for the morning.
I'm going to my happy place. Go to my happy place. Go to my happy place.
Where's your happy place? A graveyard somewhere in your mind? Is it the graveyard of your
Like,
mind?
where is Sifanu's happy place? I desperately need to know.
That is a good question.
Yeah,
Probably a library.
I thought you would go with like a Fontra Cilorian cemetery.
Nah,
Oh, no.
he's much more into learning.
Yeah,
Hey.
books, please.
I'm in the Great Library at Isakura. I'm in the Great Library at Isakura.
Exactly. He never felt more alive and surrounded by that many books.
Calm brown bookshelf. Calm brown bookshelf.
Isaac for the win.
Everything's in alphabetical order. Everything's in alphabetical order.
Everything is, speaking of which, getting a good deal warmer, isn't it nice? After having been in Paratorna, which is north of here, and a good while north of here, and also traveling for a couple of weeks now, spring is advancing, and when you finally see the shoreline, you were going to Teagold, right? Or are we going somewhere else?
You're right back.
No, I think we were planning to go to Teagle, and then we are going to sort of
Yeah.
hike.
The very flat shoreline, it's not rocky around here at all, of Saphyna ahead, You will be happy to know, because now the sun is pretty much up at its highest point, that temperatures are a good way above freezing. In fact, I would peg them to the low 50s in American degrees, or 12 degrees centigrade in Canadian degrees.
Canadian degrees.
Yes, or as we also know them,
Sea steps.
international degrees.
I'm sorry, I only use freedom units.
And there in front of you lies Teagold, the city of Teagold. How about that? Isn't that nice? This is the city of Teagold. Right outside the city itself, there is a larger island, I suppose, islet, with some very impressive temple buildings. Clearly a religious district. You can see the signs for Anzalis, the goddess of the ocean. Have any of you actually sacrificed her to her? The captain most certainly did, to, bless the journey. That is a standard
Sounds like
thing.
a captain's job.
Yeah, he kicked in for me at the temple. I
Kicked in for you. It is the standard operating procedure. Any Tracorians, regardless of which island you come from, basically, before a sea voyage and after the sea voyage, you say a prayer to Anzalis, maybe a small sacrifice to, get her favor, so you don't get sunk by some kind of storm or whatnot. And off you go.
I probably said a prayer like the good creationist I am, but...
Mm-hmm. And it is this, like, the Paratornians, obviously being merchants, they have shrines and temples to Anzalis as well. Certainly Tresilva, any big port city will have one. They are not as big as the Castikian temples, of course, because we have to pay homage to Castique properly. But here it looks like the roles are reversed. Here, Anzalis is completely overshining. You can't even see where the temple to Castique might be, which might be a relief for some. I don't know.
Do I see any sign of temples to Tammuz?
Temples to who?
Tammuz?
Not on that island, no. It is, if I recall correctly, it is very much dominated by the Anzalis worship. So yeah, that's the first sight you see. Really, you're going to be sailing past the temples, and just about everyone, including the ship's captain, will do a little bit of a ceremony in the morning, and say thanks to Anzalis for the smooth crossing, because it really was quite smooth crossing. No bad weather, no pirates, which is to be expected.
Smooth crossing, huh? Yeah, someone's waking up with their tattoos stolen, but yeah, okay, smooth crossing.
I told the captain personally responsible for that if I were you.
I'd probably haul myself out of bed for the purpose of participating in the ceremony, looking slightly rumpled.
And yeah, so that's the first site you have there, and then of course you're getting to the actual port district, which is you're gonna basically be making port over on the west side of the city. That's like the entire ocean front is just absolutely filled with piers jutting out, as you can see, ships everywhere, a lot of fisheries on the east side of town. It's a lot more fisheries, and the port in the center and to the west, trade ships, so many trade vessels, of course, because this is the main connection to Paratorna and the rest of the empire, basically, from this island. At least the eastern side, you can get passage towards Palamux from the west side of the island, of course. oceanfront is really very much dedicated to trade. All sorts of merchant houses have their palaces here. They seem to be competing with each other of who can build the most magnificent and opulent and absolutely outlandish merchant house headquarters with associated warehouses. So that is kind of where you are with the view as you make berth and sail into Teagold.
I'm probably going to do exactly what I did as gosh, his name escapes me now, on the trip up to Majura, and just like strut down the gangplank immediately. What back on dry land, gods damn it.
I assume we figured out that these things wipe off my face and are not permanent, and
Yes,
we're just like
I
a
would
one shot, I'm
think
hoping.
So, yeah.
Oh, they're not permanent?
No.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm saying it would have been cooler if they were permanent.
Yeah,
If we're-
well, I'm not
like,
a cargo mission sorcerer, as
Potency
we
4
Well,
scary tattoos.
I couldn't really make them permanent without using a needle, and that might have woken it up, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
see. I
And that
thought
would
I
have
was just a
ruined the
vampire
joke.
and absorbed his powers. So confused.
Didn't want to wake it up, so there we are. Yes. There is a lot of nice food scents wafting towards you. All manners of fish dishes are probably being prepared at various taverns around, and so on. Yeah. Bread. Bread. Good, tasty bread. What is the first order of the day for this brave group of adventurers who are now arrived officially at Saphyna? Oh, right. The Temple District also has a banner for the Animist Inquisition, I should say.
Oh, good.
Love those guys.
Sure, they won't be interested in a simple Troupe of Buskers.
Of course not.
Now, if we were in the Holy Kashat, then our busking would not be a good discussion.
No, that would be a terrible idea. Do not busk in the Holy Kashat.
Can I suggest that we get out of town as quickly as humanly possible?
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think we
Where
need
do
to do
we
anything here
go?
other than to pass through.
Have we figured out how to deal with the, like, bullet shrubs or whatever?
Oh, no. No, I think that's firmly in the realm of we'll come up with a plan when we need one. But I haven't thought about anything. Maybe Sifanu has.
Yeah, you have arrived on the shoreline, on the actual dock side there, Lady Brittany. And yeah, you don't feel alone anymore at all. It's yeah.
Oh, there's a lot. Yes, leave town. We should do that.
Excellent. So
Really,
since
just like that, without any chat or anything.
does anyone here need something from town? Anyone?
I mean, is there a reason we should check in with the locals? Would they know anything about our... I mean, do we want them to even know anything?
That's
no,
kind of
I
the
think we want to
thing,
keep a
right?
low profile.
Yeah.
Especially because this is the port. Like, we need to ask questions. Presumably, we can find people inland.
Well,
We can try Saphyna and beer later, even. See, I'm being very, very well behaved.
You will hear a whisper in the back of your mind. No,
Yes, an absolute paragon of. She stops in the middle of her sentence and waits for the whisper to finish.
Going to assume that, as usual, there's no magic.
I need to go. Can I meet you
to
someplace
what?
later?
What was that
What's up?
last thing you...
I didn't understand you. Jess, can you say that again?
I need to go. Can I meet you someplace later?
Go where? In a town controlled by Animus Templars.
Not sure yet.
Okay, well, we'll go with you.
That sounds like a much better plan.
Yeah. I learned the
Was
hard way
was
not to go
was there
off
a direction
alone.
attached to that? Like, I'm assuming I
yes,
could-
yes, there would be, yeah. Towards the center of town.
Cool. I suppose I grab the sack the hammer's hidden in, and
Okay. Further into the city than I feel is safe, but, you know.
well, it's in the
is
direction
what
I
it
wanted
is.
to go either.
you don't have to come with me. I can meet you someplace later.
Yeah, that seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, when when the stoner thinks this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea. They're paranoid, and sometimes they're right. No, it's fine. Besides, towards the center of town is just logically on the way to getting out the other end of town.
Not
That's
a bad
true.
point.
Still agree with you, Sifanu. It's not the way I would have gone.
What exactly are we doing, Brittany? Can we know that?
Start looking around for, like, I don't know, is there like an alleyway we could duck into to have this conversation not in the middle of the street?
There aren't plenty of alleyways here, unfortunately, because the warehouses are spaced out so much that fires won't spread from one to another, and that is on top of a precaution on top of all the aspat mats that are actually covering the walls.
People are all going to have cancer.
I mean, if it's a warehouse area, is it particularly busy?
Oh
I
yes,
imagine it's
absolutely.
crazy busy.
This is the morning. Right, it's not morning anymore. It is in fact noon, which doesn't make it any less busy.
As soon as I find someplace that isn't in the middle of the street, yes, we can talk.
Okay.
She continues, like, marching in the direction of the center of town,
Yeah.
and looking around periodically to see if she can see, like, you know, someplace not immediately public.
This will be great. The last time we did this, we got jumped by guards.
Right? It'll be fine this time.
Yeah, this time I have 3
Are
more
we
people.
still wearing disguises here? Do we need to do a disguise roll for the new day?
Probably.
You did mess up your disguises by having a big party on the boat. Just saying. I feel like we want to have Lady Brittany do a disguise check.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't want to walk
Did I get
around
a
with
fake die for my
matching
bane?
tattoos
Oh,
on my
I already
face.
gave you one for that. So,
Okay, good.
Yeah. So
alright,
easy come,
so-
easy go, as they say. You're back down
Yes,
to 10.
indeed. That is 4 dice. Can Deidre help me again?
Absolutely. So 5.
Alright.
In fact, I'm gonna have her roll her 3 dice. She doesn't have disguise as a part of her artistry ability, but she does have busker, so I can throw in fact, even a die from my own pool for her. See how
So
generous I am?
generous.
So that is 4 dice that she will roll to help you out. Eh. Well, it was a success, I guess. You get a bonus die. Yay.
She's also a little hungover.
Clearly. Clearly.
Her hand's tired from the fake tattooing.
Yep.
That's
But
not bad.
that roll, though. 3 successes.
Good luck, the Inquisition.
And 2 of them 6s. That's like, yeah. Yeah. I don't think you have too much to fear when it comes to people seeing through your disguise. What was the roll for that again?
Obviously not. She had us snowed for like a year.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're done, you just roll versus your opponent. Water plus at least one. Okay, so they roll a water check too, so they would need 3 6s, I guess.
Yep.
Or 4 successes.
Yeah, that could work too. I guess
Yeah,
if
if they have
someone
something that gives them bonus dice.
yeah, if they have some kind of social ability, it might happen. But for the average Joe, I'm not gonna even make a roll. So yeah, you're walking through the streets. It's all fine. You're just a bunch of buskers, and I guess Deidre
You're not looking
can.
around, seeing the sights.
Yeah, Deidre can.
Definitely not looking for allies or stuff.
Deidre can help the disguise further by asking where a group of buskers might do good business in this town. And there will be a lot of people actually referring towards Yumtown.
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 Is that the direction we're going?
You'll go past the Stone Town, as you get there. So this is the port up here. This is Stone Town. Here is Boardwalk, and down here is Yumtown, or Yumton if you want.
Nope. Yumtown.
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 Yumtown. That
It's
is
like Favor Town's cousin.
It's Saphyna.
the less intense cousin.
It's Saphyna. They like their food. The Stone Town is filled with stone buildings, to nobody's great surprise. Here is where all the official buildings of the Draconian Empire can be found.
Made of stone, huh?
The Procurator's Palace, the local city council, also a temple for Castique. Basically, every guild hall has some kind of establishment here. There's a bank. There are offices for legal assistance. I'm sure you can find a Fabricus Veritas around here if you absolutely need one. Yeah.
I really want to ruin this whole district.
So
I'm
did
sure.
when we were
Urge is
discussing
rising.
this before, did Deidre and Yoshtaki want new names for their trip, or did they want to stick with their original identities?
No, they go with their original identities. Nobody's
Okay,
chasing
in which
them.
case I'm strutting along, telling people to come see Yoshtaki, strongest man in T-Gold.
There we go. Oh, strongest man, huh?
Damned lie.
The cosmopolitan nature of T-Gold is very, very obvious down in the port, of course. You have a lot of people traveling from, even other continents. You will hear the accents of people from south of Dracoria. You will hear Palamuxian accents, Transmirans, a lot of Paratornians here. But the further you go, I guess, the less of that. There's still a lot in the Stone Town, though. And it's not going to be very hard for Lady Brittany to orient herself towards a small park between a couple of very nice residencies. Where you see a small group of priests dedicated to Unxalis, apparently, judging by their blue robes, who will
That's
look
different.
up. What was that?
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
She says out loud.
Who will...
Did I find a spot where we can chat privately prior to this point?
Yes, you
Okay.
can probably do it.
So I will sort of usher the party into an alleyway somewhere. Saying, so there are more of my siblings here than I was expecting, and they have asked me to report in. If
I didn't know you had family.
to raise suspicions, I should do that. So, and I have a feeling the rest of you not be especially welcome. So,
So stay out of the way.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh, we're talking about assassins.
So cute.
He's
But we're talking about assassins, right? The ones you betrayed. Yeah, those assassins.
Kind of like the ones you weren't supposed to because of kind of do this towards Deidre.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kostaki earmuffs.
Yeah, those ones. So I'll be right back. I'm sure you can find some way to entertain yourself while I'm gone.
Are you sure this is wise?
Absolutely not, but I don't see how I have much choice.
Well, and just follow the pitch here, right? What if we kill them all?
There are a lot. Did you not hear me before?
Are they all in the same room?
No.
Because that's not a problem.
They're all the same landmass. Just, inquiring minds.
So she sort of stops and like closes her eyes and is like, okay, there's a group there, there's a group there, there's a group over there, there's another one there. I don't know why they're all here, but they are. Not here.
Can't you just tell them that we're like your awesome besties or something?
No, remember, these are also the assassins that were, if I recall correctly, right, were in fact paid to kill us.
Was the original plan? Yes. Oh, you were high for that conversation.
Oh,
There's a lot of repetition necessary. It's fine.
Apparently, the tent wall was very entertaining.
usually
if
is.
If you really want to go do this, be my guest.
Have you ever seen a tent wall on Sincala? Because it's different.
It is different. It's super different.
If you really want to go do this, I'm not to stop you per se, but I'm just throwing this out there as maybe a consideration. What if they're here to, again, just spaghetti at a wall, kill you?
Yeah, more likely they're here to kill the group.
time, I can. The longer I can draw this out, the safer we'll all be. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
I don't like the whole going alone. Can any of us go with you? What about Bodonius?
They just killed every member of his order they could find.
Oh no, you're totally right. Totally did that.
You know.
So I feel like what this scene is actually going to be is the rest of the party having a discussion about this discussion while like everything goes on. Chats with her still/former/ I don't even know compatriots.
Yeah.
I mean, she does have news, so.
Yep.
Can you hold on like a couple of minutes and Sifanu and I can go find a graveyard?
That takes more than a couple of minutes, man.
All right, like an hour.
I haven't streamlined that one.
That is.
We
actually
have a
kind of-
job to do while we're here.
Yeah, let's not raise a ton of suspicion before we get the job done.
We're
You did see
apparently
the Inquisition banners, right?
we're apparently completely surrounded by assassins who want to kill us. So
They know I'm here.
I don't see
They
how
don't
this is any
necessarily
different
know
from
you're here. And if I can keep that knowledge from them, it'll be better.
all right, but just for the record, if they kill you, they're gonna find out we're here.
Yep.
Cool. I suppose we'll stay over here and listen for the sounds of screaming.
I might just be
Nah,
enjoying
if they
myself.
kill her, they're not going to hear any screaming.
I really don't like
I
this
really
idea.
don't like this plan. And Eldrida and I agree on it, which is really weird and also a bad sign.
If you have another idea, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, let me get my armor out of this trunk and kill them all.
Oh,
Well, that's my counteroffer.
She's gonna have to do what she's got to do.
Don't like this, but I don't have a better answer than kill them all.
Right.
I mean,
I hope your lies are convincing. Go quickly.
Or alternately, just don't go, I suppose? Is that...
they know I'm here.
Well, then they can
I
come to
don't know.
us. It seems even better. Then we can beat them and we'll show them that we're nice, or we'll kill them all. These are your options. I don't like the idea of you going off alone to some people who may likely murder you. Seems terrible. Like, this doesn't seem like a smart assassin idea. You think you're gonna talk your way out of it?
They, as far as I know, they have no reason to.
They don't know that you didn't complete either job?
I have done everything that I have been ordered to do, at least eventually. I did talk my way out of one of the orders, yes, but
It's fine.
Okay.
If they kill her, I'll bring her back. You won't tell the difference.
Can you really do that?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I was about to say that this plan has no risk at all, but now I'm back on the risk train.
That was actually kind of hilarious.
So I don't have a better answer than not going or killing them all. But
Speaking of which, by the way, about risks and everything, it's a good thing you do have the disguises, because you know what? The wanted posters are here too, on the walls. Everywhere.
Oh.
But instead of, Tricorian authorities, there's Tricorian authorities and the Animist Inquisition.
oh, sure.
Okay. I'm going to point at one of the posters, the picture of me. I was like, oh, they did that intentionally. That says horse shit and cargo machine runes on my face.
I mean, while we're here, didn't you want to know about Mombra? I bet his people have a warehouse
She's
nearby.
trying to distract you.
Yeah,
Saying.
no.
I have a water too. I can tell these things.
Yeah, I'd love to know about Mulbrook, but sailing to, where are we again here? Treegold, to find out about Mulbrook was not the plan, and I'm not drunk. Was not perfectly sober.
Excuse me.
Well, it's your thing. If you really want to go do this. I just, there's maybe just maybe this might not be a good idea. It's really the takeaway
We're
here.
all aware of that. We just can't think of anything better.
I mean,
I
this is
disagree
what
wholeheartedly.
now.
There's nothing anti-creationist about shattering them all with the earth. As long as you ask first.
Talked to Saphyna yet? I think you should talk to her. Him, whatever.
Good call.
Yep.
So I'm going to go do that. Where should I meet you after?
How far are you going?
The next block over.
Somewhere over there. Triangulation was never my strong point.
And how long do you think this will take?
No idea.
See, so how long are we supposed to wait before, we send in the cavalry? This plan's getting worse and worse.
Isn't it, though?
It won't be much of a problem for us to wait somewhere, says Diedrich. We can just start a show right here.
Oh, we could busk!
We could bust right here and get all the attention and maybe even some coin.
Yes, getting all the attention sounds perfect. Why don't you do that?
Well,
Yes.
but how long until we come? All right, you know what?
Oh, can't we just busk where we can see her?
Why don't you busk within line of sight of the area of as long as you approach separately?
I have an even better idea. Why don't you take this mirror with you, and if you run into trouble, you take it out. I'm gonna get a bowl of water, and I'm just gonna watch your ass the whole time.
I kind of like that too. All right, well done, team. Well done. Good brainstorm. Good brainstorm.
I mean, I have a mirror.
Excellent. Then you take your mirror. I'll have my mirror. And then here's what'll happen. And you just need to have that out, like put it on your pocket or something so I can see. And I'll just look through that mirror.
So I'm to hold a mirror up while I'm talking.
You're pretend to be a vain busker. You're the bearded lady or something. Let's go.
I don't think she needs to hold the mirror out for you to be able to see it in your
You
mirror.
can put it in your belt.
This is true. You can just use your own mirror. She doesn't have to hold anything. You can just.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I was thinking that I could see what
Of
she
course,
sees. But
you are proposing to do anti-creationist magic in an Inquisition
shit.
stronghold.
Yeah, I don't care.
So
about
there's
that.
that.
That's fine. Whatever.
Just
Fucking
spend
with
the
the
extra
picture.
fate die, please. Bethany doesn't know how this works, but as
Tell you what, I got you. I got. You can have one for me for the extra.
Oh, are we exchanging some fate dice here?
Well, if
Yeah.
Eldrida wants to do it, I'll kick in one for hiding it from the Inquisition.
There.
well, because like
Helpful something.
Eldrida's shtick is fortune telling, so it's totally fine for her to be staring into a mirror.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, I imagine I am
She's the
dressed as
busker.
a fortune teller.
Yep, she sure is.
So.
As long as you like have a monologue about like seeing the future or whatever. As
Oh yes, great crystal ball. Tell me the future. Whatever.
And this is going to happen while Deidre and Gistaki start shouting, "Come and see us! We're fresh in from Transmira, and this here is, in fact, Gistaki, the strongest man in the entire town!" And he will bring out, like, something that he can bend, like a metal stick.
And as they're doing that, I'm a steal away so that my siblings don't see me coming with this group of people.
God bless America. I start scrying. She's gone already. Fucking Artegue.
You're really sneaky. It's not what? I'm not sneaky.
I start.
Want to be on
I
top of
start
sneaky
scrying.
people? Safanu's the one with a chance.
And I try to hide said scrying.
Yep, that's what Artegue did there. So you have but you're not are you getting help from anyone doing your thing?
Yeah.
so.
Oh, what else am I going to do?
Right, Sifanu will help you then. So you have 4 dice then. Difficulty 1, because you are on the ground and you're literally just looking across the street.
Good old ground.
Good old rock, nothing beats that.
4 dice.
Yes, indeed.
One moment. It takes a moment to load. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was the worst roll
Wow.
we've seen in a
But
long
wait one
time.
moment, because I discovered my talent for fortune telling. Portents. Hold on, I can't read this. When I predicted the death of my parents, and I am trying to disguise this as fortune telling.
All right, I'll allow
Will
it.
you allow
which
it?
Also gives us a level up for Eldrida. Okay.
Woo!
Well,
Hey,
that's
there
at
you
least a
go.
6, so you succeeded. And
All
luckily, the 1 was not on the fate die, so you are not going to get a reputation as a horrible necromancer, or Luvena worshipper, in an Inquisition-based town, because that could have been,
Mhm.
interesting. So yes, you can see everything, and for 1 success, it's not going to last very long, is it?
Oh no.
Wait, I know how to make this spell better, Eldrida. I'll go get you someone to sacrifice.
I mean, that would definitely help.
Oh yeah, you are. What are you doing for sacrifice?
I have to. I don't know. Does it always have to be pain, or can it be a sacrifice of any kind?
It can be a sacrifice of an object. You can kill a small animal. You can.
I will kill an animal
Sacrifice
if
a
I can find
human.
one.
What kind
Is there
of
a
animal?
Make a sacrifice in the middle
there
of the street in an
Okay.
Inquisition stronghold.
Yeah, you just
I
kill it.
Destroyed
don't
object.
think it's. Yeah, we're supposed to be a family-friendly show in an Inquisition-run town. I don't think we should be doing that.
Son of a bitch!
Eldrida grabs a cat off the street.
No, no.
No,
Oh,
if you just strangle the cat under the table, no one will see it die.
They just hear it scream.
Or just twist
Just
its neck
take
real
a-
if I
fast.
stop,
Take a point
stop.
of doubt or something.
If I sacrifice my drugs, does it give me anything? Because I'm giving like the worst part of me, the thing I really don't want to give away.
Yeah, that is a
Sounds like a sacrifice.
Yep, absolutely.
Burning herbs is thematically appropriate to a fortune-telling shtick.
Yes,
So
I
is
know. I
Yep.
know, and it's
And
not
everyone around
sacrifice-
gets high.
Bodonius
I
very
will-
carefully stands upwind.
But don't.
I burn the herbs,
No,
God.
Bodonius, you come down here downwind.
and I look
it's
at
much cooler.
Artegue and I said, "It's because she's the love of your whatever, and you owe me a lot right now, like a lot. I just want you to know that, a lot."
You will
Invite
be
that
able to
shitty
watch.
drugs.
You will be able to watch.
I am so saddened by all of this.
No doubt.
On the plus
my
side, I'm pretty
God.
sure drugs aren't anti-creationists, so...
No. Just burning them for the purpose of the spell is.
No, I just mean there's
But-
probably some to be had in this area.
Yes. Yumtown could be a place to go to.
Yumtown
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
sounds
Yumtown.
yummy.
It's down here. Yumtown. Anyway, so you're
Trying to get
watching
like a
her.
little bit of a contact high as you're as you're scrying. Is that what
I try to.
I see everything. Whoa. And thus, we have Lady Brittany walking away to meet with some siblings in a park. And yeah, I suppose you will meet two people there. A priest, it seems like, and a priestess of Anzalis. They are dressed in that way, at least. And,
Gonzalez, is that the ocean one?
yes.
I would probably approach them as if I were seeking blessing. I did just come off a ship after all.
You did. I think
My
they
sister might-
speak with a... Yeah, go ahead. What was that?
I was just gonna say, and I don't actually have to speak out loud, so, you know.
This is true.
My sister, my brother, what a pleasant surprise.
Sister. We did not expect you to find you here. The whispering voices had not sent word of your arrival.
Yes, there is, assume I'm speaking telepathically.
Yes.
And I probably, you know, am in an attitude of prayer, such that you know, I could just sort of sit there for a while, staring at nothing.
They're sprinkling seawater on you.
Much has happened on Paratorna. Have you received word?
What was that? Have
Much has happened on Paratorna. Have you received word?
We've received some word, though not from the higher whisperer.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything myself either. I ended up mixed up in the events on Mount Ranz. The Betrayal Petrova has joined the mountain, I suppose.
Ah, excellent. These are good tidings. As has the local Anzalis Oracle.
Did she die well?
She's now with Anzalis and Gumgak. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Did she die well?
No. But she did choose her own fate, which was a sign of character.
Good for her. The Peak died well. He clung to life no longer than he needed to fulfill his final purpose. I hope it is so with me.
Yes. He walked with the gods.
The shark, I wish I could say the same for the shark Hishatin. Have you heard about that?
Yes, we heard some before we left Palamux.
His final moments were, I'm sad to say, tainted with resentments and worldly concerns about legacies and other such things. How disappointing.
So his passing was necessary. Gumgak rejoices. Every once in a while, you will notice how one of their eyes is kind of peeling away to just take in the rest of the landscape. You're used to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those watching may not be.
Those watching may not be. They're, you can see that, Eldrida, as you're watching through the mirror. They move
I thought moon magic was jacked up.
Yeah, they're moving their eyes independently of each other. Like,
Well, I imagine this looks very boring because all she did was, just sort of like seek blessing and then kneeled down and sprinkled the seawater.
Yep.
Like, imagine Eldrida sitting there like, I don't know what I expected, but this was not it.
You're sitting there going, how much holy water are they going to put on her? She's going to come back so.
How much is it going to take?
yeah, they will offer you some Saphynian beer as well, just to gain some more time for everything. It tastes
Thank you,
excellent.
I'm parched. I say out loud. And I proceed to nurse the ever-loving shit out of that beer.
Of course. What cell do you belong to?
Fontra Cilor. I became separated I was traveling with 2 members of the Lassimos cell to find out what was occurring on Mount Ranz. We all got mixed up. There's been some chaos recently. I got separated from them, and I'm here in town trying to follow up on the prophecy in the absence of further instructions.
Very well then. I'm sure the Whisperers will give you further instructions from your cell when the time comes. Go with Gumgak.
Same to you, my sister or brother, depending on who it is who's talking.
Yeah, it's gonna be the brother for the most part. Yeah, she's just standing next there and smiling and assisting him apparently. Yeah.
The same to you, my brother, and my sister.
And so they go their separate ways.
And
Yeah,
off I go back to the rest of them.
For the rest of you, as you are spending time now and taking in the city and the town and what people are doing, the townspeople are doing, though none of you are particularly good at water, are you?
I have 2.
one.
I have 2.
I guess
I feel like Artegu's like our roadie.
He carries the heavy stuff.
Yep. So, you
Not a
can
lot of
roll
performance.
a water check if you want to. I mean, you're doing feats of strength too, right, Sir Artegu, aren't you? Like.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like everybody else should assist Deidre.
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct. I would like to assist Deidre in her busking.
No roll necessary for that. But look at that. Bodonius notices the atmosphere here, and I think Bodonius will become quite concerned as time goes on, because you will hear, yeah, someone is like, how can they? They're speaking to each other, and it's very hard to get a crowd here today, clearly. But you will hear them speak like I don't know how they can try to put on a show now that the Oracle of Angzal is expired. This is not very respectful. They must be from out of town.
I don't think we're hiding the fact that we're from out of town.
No, not at all.
I'm pretty sure Deidre's been like shouting it the whole time. Freshly arrived from Paratorta. I mean,
But
have they met Paratordans?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it seems that the locals here, Bodonius, are mourning their oracle.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, that's unfortunate. Wasn't that who we needed to?
We need to find the green eye, which is in the forest somewhere. This is probably just a local.
But we thought that it might be an oracle. if
Well,
I
it
remember
is an
correctly.
oracle.
We don't know
According
if
to
it's the same person that they're talking about, but
Might be something
Yes.
to investigate.
yes.
because like we already know a series of dead oracles that are presumably not the ones our prophecy's talking about, or else our prophecy's telling us to go meet dead people, which we can do.
We can do that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Seems legitimate.
And I like anything about that temple to, what was her name, Exalis, that we sailed by, like big and green.
No, not at all. It's big and blue for the most part, because ocean.
I mean, not that there has to be a straight color association, but
And I do believe that you have concluded that the blue eye is not associated with Saphyna.
unless we're wrong.
Unless you're wrong, you never know.
I mean, we did go based on straight up color association for that one, so.
Yes, you did. Yeah, so, that you will be able to rejoin the others after having had a chat with your siblings.
And, yeah.
So, I mean, once I get a chance, I will share the news that I've learned with everybody, but I'm not just going to shout it out.
Mid-show.
I mean, I'll probably join the crowd rather than rejoin but such where, folks could see me, because it would be weird to come into the act in the middle.
That would be weird, yes. But you're gonna stand at, it's not much of a crowd. It's gonna be like some Paratornans who absolutely don't care too much about the Oracle of Angelis, and maybe a foreigner or two, and then you.
Well, once I see Brittany rejoin us, I will attempt to wrap things up.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Deidre will also, understand that and do her part to wrap things up. Well, it was a tough crowd today. Thank you very much for watching. She says. Maybe you can watch our show. This was just a taste. We'll put on a bigger show tonight. Much grander, of course.
And then, then once everybody is, once the crowd has sort of dispersed, I'll let everybody know what I found out, that apparently some sort of local oracle has recently died, and the local populace is not too pleased at us putting on a show.
Oh.
What? We're only slightly exploiting the masses.
They're probably upset because our show wasn't about the death.
I don't
Perhaps
think we
we
should
should,
be mocking the death right now, but hey. What do I know?
Perhaps we should see if we can figure out who this local oracle was. I don't know if it's who we're looking for, but
The I mean, didn't we think the oracle we were looking for was like in a valley?
In
Well-
the woods, wasn't it?
yeah, but that's only about miles
Where
from
the flower's children bite to bleed, or bite to blood. So, I mean, if the oracle was in town when he died, he's probably not our guy.
Yes, but the place we thought the oracle was isn't all that far from here.
I mean, understandably so, but I mean, I suppose maybe I just don't get it, Bodonius. It happens sometimes. No worries. What do you want to figure out about the dead oracle?
Well, to find out if it is related to the eye that we are looking for.
How?
Are
how
both oracles?
I suppose, how do you, like, considering we don't know which, I mean, right, other than our geographic clues, right, in the stanzas, right? It's like, not like I know who we're looking for. How would you know?
If someone or something is hunting down oracles, I think we need to know.
Oh, it's definitely
Definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely that group of assassins.
Isn't that the same group of assassins that, you know, I shake my mirror?
Can we leave now?
I mean, there's the same assassins who killed the Pietro, right? So, all right, leave what?
I don't know how it works.
We can ask about the Oracle on our way out.
Well, no, I mean, no, I take it back. We could figure out if this was the Oracle we were looking for, right? Like, we just need the Oracle's skull? Or, Sifanu, what do you need to ask questions to a ghost?
Oh boy.
Technically nothing, right? It's not like I have to have a piece of them, right? I just need to know a name.
Let's have a look again.
This is getting easier.
It's easier if you have stuff that they had.
So you were talking about targeting the deceased oracle of this holy city with blasphemous magic. Is that
correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but you see it where it would answer Bodonius's question.
There are other ways to get the answer to that question.
There are, but I like to call this the Sifanu way.
This is. I mean.
Let's
Sorry, this is how I go
know
about
that
getting
you're new to
information from dead
traveling with
people.
these guys, but let me give you some advice, all right? If you think that there's another way that we should do things that don't involve blasphemous magic in a town full of inquisitors, you should lead with that. You shouldn't.
I think we
I
should
didn't
go.
think I needed to.
We should go to a tavern.
Yeah, yeah, you
and
do. You
Y'all
need to
should
lead
have a
with it.
bath, and Bodonius and I can talk to some of the locals and see what we can learn.
Okay.
I don't get it, but apparently this makes sense to you guys. So,
Or I guess Bodonius by himself. Maybe your vocation probably makes people more likely to talk to you than my apparent one at the moment.
Let's find an inn first, and then we'll figure out. Preferably, we should probably get one near the edge of town in case.
Yeah, in case we need to flee.
Yeah.
Well, they were directing us to Yumtown, so presumably there's inns there.
I think.
Let us go find out.
this has escalated very quickly. Let's get a room and stay in town.
Just for a little while.
Finding a tavern here is not going to be hard. The question is, how nice a tavern do you want?
Doesn't need to be nice. Just needs to have people in it who are willing to talk.
Shitty and cheap, even.
Well, I mean, down in Yum
Or
Tavern.
bathing facilities too, because I would also like a bath.
We've only been at sea for a day and a half.
When you're disgusting, it's charming. When I'm disgusting, I'm just gross.
Is it charming though?
Yumtown is kind of old T-Gold, like the part of T-Gold that was there before the Paratonians built all the really grand buildings of stone and whatnot. It's an absolute mess of houses around here, all built out of wood, not stone. It's a cluster of buildings. It's a labyrinth and maze of streets, very tight between them. Most of the color is peeling off the walls of these houses. I'm sure there is a lot of tiles that are missing from roofs and small damage from moisture, various walls and etc. It's definitely not as well kept as Stone Town or the port, but people here are generally speaking, seeming to be in a good mood, aside from, they're shaking their heads over the passing of the Oracle of Anxalis. And, they're doing their trades from every nook and cranny that you could possibly find between the streets. Though one could, those of you who know things about streets will know to watch your purses, because there's definitely a potential for pickpockets in this area. What about the tavern, the Long Pint? How about that?
Sure.
There is a lovely menu there for those who might want to eat something. There is a nice stew based on cow stomach. You could have a baked fish with spicy sauce. Liver stew with fried spice apples, bread with crushed nuts that have been dipped in sauce, and a soup of onion, crustaceans, and fish heads.
Sounds delightful. Will they let us perform for our supper? / ability to take a bath upstairs?
You know what? I'm gonna roll Deidre's water plus, because she's the one with the busking, right? And Gistaki can also do that.
Can I assist? I don't have busking, but I have a fair amount of water.
Yes, you do have some water. Why not? And that's gonna be fate dice out of my pocket again. You're just leeching my GM pool this session. There's now 9 dice in the chalice, you guys. How about that?
Ooh, give it to us.
Finally get back my dice from earlier.
You rolled 6. Isn't that nice? That means a 2 bonus dice to her, actually. Gistaki can roll. He's not gonna actually. His water is a 1, so I'm not gonna use him. So that is 2 bonus dice to.
Spend that die.
Once again, Deidre is excited and he is there.
Yes, that is pretty much it. So that's 5, 6, 8, 7 dice. 7 dice for the busking and the buying of food and water and baths.
A lot of dice, but not a lot of successes.
That is not a lot of successes, but
It's
I do
some
believe
successes.
it's enough. Let's have a look. 2 successes needed for, because we're spending money right now, right? And she's basically using busking to pay for services. So 2 successes gives you a proper festive meal. Yes, this is a 10 silver decorii equivalent. So yes, absolutely. You can all of you get hearty meal and a bath.
I feel like most of all y'all haven't eaten this well since Mistral.
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
Yep, and DJ is like, ha! And the guests are, those cargo missions.
So
We're a fun bunch with our with our cannibal rumors flying around us.
Is it true, as they say, that you have strange feeding habits? Just asking. We
Kind of showing off the teeth that are a little filed. You know?
just a friendly Canadian
Yeah.
deciding to come up and make small talk with Sifanu, as one does.
have you been to Saphyna before, sir?
I have not. This
Well,
is the
you'll
first.
find pretty soon that we like to ask our guests about their cuisine, you understand?
I'm going to be answering this question a lot, huh?
That might happen. We're always curious about new recipes, though I hesitate to say that we might not be quite interested in all kinds of ingredients, if you take my meaning.
Do indeed. I would certainly enjoy some of that cow stomach. That looks delicious.
Well, why don't you have yourself a dish, sir? Just fresh out of the morning. People here are dressed in very simple, practical, maybe lacking imagination if you're a Paratornian. Simple hoses and Colts, basically. That's it.
We stand out like a sore thumb, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I mean,
you do.
Given what we're pretending to be, that's apropos.
Yep. They will have fairly fluffy, sort of a cloak. No, not a cloak. A coat that only has an opening for the head, and they use that to protect from the wind. But it's getting warmer now, so fewer of them will wear it. Palamuxians will feel more at home with this kind of dress than Paratornians, for sure. So you have your meal, you sit and eat, and you wanted to pick up some rumors and whatnot, I understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Alan take the lead on that one because it was Bodonius who wanted to do this.
Yeah. So yeah, mostly I'm just asking around to see. I want to gather more information on the Oracle, what people know. Do they know how the Oracle got killed, et cetera, et cetera.
Right, yeah, that was a sad story, sir. Very sad story. It was not quite a week ago, and she was, you understand, in Vasna, she used to stand in the ocean to see all the signs from the gods. But this particular day, terrible tragedy. Apparently some people killed gods, and she decided to join Gonzalez permanently instead of returning to shore and meet their blades. And so she stayed down there under the surface and joined the great goddess. And then they take a little bit of fluids from their ales and beers and just sprinkle it around in honor of Gonzalez.
They're doing the equivalent of pour one out for.
Yep. This mead, by the way, is it's so good. There's some kind of special honey taste to it. Best mead you've ever had.
Well, when I see them doing something like that, I will, do follow suit. I'm not gonna, I want to honor their customs and.
When in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And we simply cannot imagine who might want to kill our oracle. It's an outrage, to be sure. Now the Paratornians say they will get to the bottom of this, but we sure don't know what that might mean. Interesting choice of words, too. To the bottom of this, speaking about Gonzalez.
I'm sure it is just a coincidence. That is just a figure of speech.
Well, they are always quick to speak, are they not, the Paratornians? Very busy with their busyness. They should be more like us, we feel. A bit more laid back. Enjoy life while it lasts.
I couldn't agree more.
The gods have decided how long each one of us will have on this here earth. And we'll have to enjoy it while it lasts.
Quite agree.
You will get served with like some kind of drinking horn that is about a yard long. Must have been made for like a cow's horn or an oxen horn or something. Local cattle. And it's filled with mead. That yummy, yummy mead. Sir Artegue rejoices.
Hooray!
Imagine Artegue's like, okay, I didn't like this idea at first.
But now...
This idea is growing on me.
Oh no, he's still in the he's still just drinking casually, trying to
Yep.
hopefully get out of town. Spending the night in town never works out. We've tried it many times.
Although I'm picturing by the end of the night, Sir Artegue has 2 of these stuck to his helmet.
Maybe once we free this island.
Or he stops drinking casually.
We stopped drinking casually a few nights ago, and it did not go well.
You've
So-
wandered too far.
Yep.
Also, when talking to all the folk to find out about the Oracle, I'll also try to lead the conversation into, other oracles that may be
In the area?
in the area. Trying to fish for information on the Green Eye
Ah, right.
without being too
Yeah.
obvious about it.
That's a good question.
Well,
there,
you just ask about if there's anyone to fill the shoes of the previous oracle.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but you're not getting too specific. Just asking if someone has filled the job.
Are you still hiring?
I do not like my current gig, so
Well, I mean that will be up to the Ambaqua Warden, of course. The Order of the Ambaqua, of course, the eldest. But they say that Urigalu, Menemus the Wet, would try to somehow see to that in some way. Yes. I hear that there are some tensions. The Urigalu, he is busy, they say. Yes.
Busy.
sounds uncharacteristic.
Well, there is a local lady, the Holy Cornella, will be reborn, they say, and it's a new sect, you could say. They believe, they preach this.
You said there were tensions.
Yes, well, it's they call her Henna Woes of the Sea, and she's supposedly preaching that the Holy Cornella will be reborn out of the sacred womb of Anxalis and be washed up on land in the foam of the ocean. Hasn't happened yet, but who knows? I don't know if the Ambaqua priest would agree with her saying, her prophesizing, but who could tell? I'm not much of a religious man myself, you understand.
All right. Well, I thank them for for the conversation, and
I guess I sort of spend the evening sort of making pleasant small talk with the locals, covering for the rest of the party's social awkwardness at various points.
Are we gonna stay
Let's-
here for the entire afternoon and evening? And
Well, once we've had our meal, and I at least have had my bath, but I think the plan was to head out.
all right. So at that point, it's gonna be mid-afternoon, not much more than that.
Yeah, as long as it's not too late, then we should get us, start if we can.
Giddy!
Giddy.
Yes. This one has been interrupting my feed all night.
Yeah.
And so.
Or you're cuter when it's on screen.
Oh, there's a kitty. So you leave T-Gold at some time around mid-afternoon, and there are roads here, but most of them will not take you towards Tokme per se. Smaller roads will. You can see the village of Grald here on the map. It's definitely possible to travel there without too much trouble.
Yes, if we could get. Yeah, it's only 10 miles away. Yeah, if anything, we spend the night in Grald, which is a smaller city.
It is.
I think we were talking about getting a ship and to drop us off near Natsview.
Yeah. We can find out in Grald what the overland trip is like, and if it is too rough, then get a ship to take us down there.
That makes
Cool,
sense.
cool.
There will be, there should be hunters and trappers and whatnot in the villages around.
Because, from Grald to where we want to go is only about 40 miles. And, it's hard to tell on this map what the terrain is like. It looks like it's just forested. But...
Were we expected to shoot seeds at us? If the locals have any advice on that, we'd take it.
Right. We definitely ask about that in Grald and Stoms.
Yeah, I would call this the Yummy Woods, to be honest. Not the Mumsar Woods. Just
Yummy
in
Woods?
Swedish is yum.
The woods are delicious, yes?
Yes, the wood, yeah.
They're all cinnamon trees?
That's exactly.
They're made of candy.
Everything's made of candy on Saphyna.
I start eating some of the bark to see if it's chocolate. You never know.
This is
I
literally...
can totally see Eldrida getting super high and just nobbing on a tree branch and being like, "This is delicious. You have to try it." And it's just like,
Yeah. And it's just bark.
This is literally the island where people can eat the soil itself because it's so nutritious. So, yes.
Oh, no.
Try a big handful of dirt. See?
Exactly. You will be... it's gonna be rough to get there before nightfall. You can walk about 20 miles per day in normal terrain. Since you're leaving mid-afternoon, you're gonna get there late evening, I guess.
is there anyone with a cart headed that direction? We could ride.
Also,
Probably,
I
yeah.
think Artegue definitely needs to lick some rocks here. If the rocks are edible, then, he needs to lick the shit out of them.
Listen, I'm enjoying the archaeology. Just wait until we get to those mountains.
But yes, you could. Yeah, I would say between Deidre and Lady Brittany, who are very good at talking to people, you can certainly hitch a ride to Grald. They will be the local merchants who are probably have bought a bunch of stuff in T-Gold to transport back to Grald after selling produce in town. We'll be pleased to have some company. They're nice people here. Everybody's nice here. It's such a...
I will fulfill my my appointed task as a foreigner and local companion to local merchants by regaling them with travelers' tales, most of which are absolutely not true.
Oh, so you say, huh? Now that does sound terrific.
It happened to a friend of mine.
I see. Well, that's lovely. I'm very happy for your friend. They're very laid back people here, and we'll transport you to Grald over day, and night will come, and it's gonna be dark by the time you arrive in the village. And they will. Is there a tavern here? I guess there is.
There's always a tavern.
But they're also, the Saphynian hospitality. So the moment you get into the village, they will be like, "Oh, look here, we have guests here, buskers all the way from the other islands, foreigners. They're not islanders at all, and they come here to entertain us. It's a bit late now, but why don't we offer them a good meal, a good hearty meal?" And
What? 2 hearty meals in one day? It's paradise.
and
Can we stay
suddenly
here?
they will take a second dinner because everybody's heard of second dinner, and
Everyone.
tables are
We're
brought
on the
out,
island of hobbits. That would make sense.
and tables are brought out in the middle of town and or the village. Everybody's coming out, and they bring out. Yeah, they're definitely ready for a second dinner, and they're gonna fill you up. They're gonna fill you up with all the courses you could possibly get: bread, more mead, nice roast beef, pork, all the pork you can eat. It's just, and the quality of the produce here. The legumes, they don't eat many langoks here. They have their own stuff. It's, the tomatoes sweet enough to water the mouth. Everything is just lovely. If you had any exhaustion, it's gone now. This meal is just erasing that.
If only they knew that they were having dinner with the greatest necromancer in the entire world.
Apparently they don't. Because you're all in a disguise, because that was the idea. You're gonna be in total food coma by the time they have feted you enough. The mead here tastes differently from in Teagold. Not that same type of honey. It's a different type of honey here. And probably mixed in with some other, maybe some flowers to season it in a different way. I think Saphyna is probably the best island in Tracoria for craft beer.
When Geryon conquers this place, I'm going to make a tour.
Right?
Hey,
That's-
speaking of the fertile soil here, do you think you could grow me up some things that I am missing?
Well, I could, yes, but that's very expensive. Maybe we could just see if we could buy some first.
From these lovely people?
Oh,
That
while we were
Everybody
eating
smokes,
and
it's
talking
fine.
and whatnot, I was see if we can heard any rumors of dangerous plants. I've heard that this
Well,
blah blah blah.
how about this? Mikhail, do I know, is Sinkala illegal in Saphyna? Is it even illegal?
You have no idea. Also, these people might not care that much. You are a potion maker, though. One thing you do know is that on northern Saphyna live some of the absolute best potion makers and apothecaries of the Tracorian realm. Not on this side of the Rosinanda River. It's really to the west. So if you go towards Coriulma and west of Georgiana, the herbal gardens there are said to be to die for if you're an apothecary or potion maker. Like they grow all the herbs, everything. And of course we know that the potion of Zombien was in fact invented on this island many years ago.
Yay.
Because
So they're
Sinkala
masters
is an actual
at that.
mind-expanding substance. It's also terribly addictive. So it's not like it's...
I don't know if they care too much about that part. The one thing you can't find here in terms of food stuff is, of course, Opiander, because they're foodies, not idiots.
Yeah, no one wants Opiander, so it's fine. No.
So, yeah.
Well then, I'll just ask if any of if there's a place locally where anyone can buy exotic herbs for potion making and alchemy.
Well, of course there is, honey, and why don't you come with here? We can talk to the local apothecary here. We have at least 3.
Fantastic. Let me bring my accountant. I grab Brittany.
Yeah.
A, I don't carry any money because I'll just buy drugs with it, and B, I can't negotiate as well as you. So, hey, you're coming with me to buy drugs.
Oh.
You
my
will
life
not
now?
be surprised that people here are very often deeply faithful to Tammuz.
No temple, though. No.
It's the soil that provides. Yeah. So, what kind of herbs are we talking about? What kind of stuff do we want to buy? Sinkakla?
Yes,
If they have any or the fixings to make it, I guess.
it's an herb.
Yep.
Sikakla.
Yeah. Did you want to roll for buying some stuff here? Is that what we're saying?
Alrighty. So,
Bring Brittany for the pocketbook.
I spent it on you. Now,
what?
just please,
Well,
this has to happen.
I guess it's a wealth roll then.
yes, it is.
Alright.
Yeah, no
Oh.
problem at all. No problem whatsoever. You can
Oh
buy.
my God! Will you be
uh,
my best friend? How much did she buy me?
You can make 10 doses out of that.
I hug her so hard.
Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, yes.
You're my new favorite person.
I like you too, Eldrida.
I think Eldrida will, want to talk more to the local Saphyna apothecaries. That's what I think.
I would love to.
You see every herb that you've ever seen, like in the little garden that this apothecary has. They're
Oh,
growing.
really? Every herb.
Maybe not every herb, but most of them.
Your garden is very impressive.
Well, you're much too kind, honey. We just have the typical things here. If you want the really good herb gardens, you have to go on the west of Georgiana.
Go west of Georgiana. Yeah, okay.
Noted.
Pacific?
There they have the truly well-sorted gardens. This is just my own little patch of land here in the village.
Well, it puts my traveling bag to shame. I wish I had a garden.
Well, I think that's the problem for you traveling buskers. You travel too much, and that's gonna make it hard, honey, to keep a garden, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel for you, sweetie.
Maybe someday I'll find some noble patron that can just house me and I can settle down and entertain them and make them potions. I teleport.
Well, I do kind of like the dream.
Mm-hmm. If only I knew any nobles.
That's good to have goals.
Well, we ain't got no nobles around here, honey. Just us common folks here.
I like it.
Nobles.
Where did you learn
that's
your
a
potion
Paratorian
trade?
thing mostly, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Where did you learn your potion trade?
Oh, my mother taught me.
Do you have a recipe book that you might be willing to trade? Like, we could trade some recipes?
Well, that would be splendid, honey. Let's sit down here. She will light a little candle, and you can sit and trade recipes with each other.
Okay. Does she have anything like that would be worth trading? Maybe like my wildfire for something exotic and rare.
Wow.
Black powder or
wildfire.
something.
I have the black powder recipe. I just need to get the point to learn it, which I just leveled up, so I may actually do it.
Yes. Are we doing the level up now? We're doing the level up now.
I mean, you know, the conversation with the apothecary leading to her buying a new recipe.
Right?
Yeah,
Seems
that could
rather
work.
appropriate.
Yep. So, what is your new experience, Eldrida?
Met an apothecary of Saphyna, and
That
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
Stocked shop and traded recipes.
yeah, that's pretty simple. I apologize for the barking.
Met the Saphynian apothecaries.
And traded recipes.
Yep. And so we remove all the experiences, and you gain a point in potion making, or is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think I do that more than just about anything else. So yeah,
And was that the black powder recipe we added it there?
I don't know what other options do I have.
Other options would be, because there are plenty. Potion maker. So you have the wildfire recipe already. The other ones would be tolerance. You have a built-in resistance to the effects of drugs and poison, and can spend fate die up to the level to resist them. Cupbearer, you can smell or taste poisons in food and drink. Wind plus at least one fate die, difficulty 2, when you taste something poison. If you succeed, you discover the poison before you're affected by it. And gutter connections. In your work, you've developed connections with the underworld. You can use the ability to find contacts in such circles.
That's it. I'll
Yep.
take the black powder. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Black powder recipe. Okay.
So it's over the course of the conversation where it finally clicks in your brain. You're like, oh, that's what I've been doing wrong.
Exactly. So
Now
now
I
you
can
can
make
make things go
explosives.
kaboom.
You're welcome, guys.
You're my favorite alchemist.
More importantly, I have 2 dots in something now, which means I can roll more dice.
Yes, yes it does.
You are a specialist now.
Yes. Did you want to shift your bloods around any?
Say that again? Oh, no, I keep them all 2s.
Yep, all twos. Very well. So that's a productive evening, isn't it? You can add some extra recipes to your book of recipes.
Yep.
And everybody gets some actual sleep. And no parties, no wild parties. Like, the Saphynians are foodies. Again, I say that all the time because it's true. But they're not wild drunkards. So they know when to stop drinking and just enjoy the moment.
Wow.
They might
Artigue
not know
knows
when to
when
stop
to stop.
eating. Though they are rotund, shall we say? That is the normal body shape here.
Although while Brittany has Eldrida alone, she probably as they're heading back, links arms with her new bestie apparently, saying, "I might have got you alone. There's something I've been meaning to talk
You're not
to you."
trying to kill me, are you?
What? No.
Ah,
You're an assassin who said, I'm glad I got you alone. Maybe you should be careful about that.
Maybe you should
Crazy.
speak a little louder.
Oh, I mean, a busker who said, what's up? What do you need?
I suppose I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to, I don't know, not leading people on.
Oh. Are you leading Artegue on?
No. But
Okay.
when it comes to not leading people on, didn't exactly have the best role models growing up, so. You're muted.
Are you saying you don't know how to have a relationship?
I suppose that is what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Eldrida looks around.
I mean,
Let me
who else
tell
am I
ya.
supposed to talk to? Sifanu?
Oh no! No,
Right.
his only relationships with dead things. I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust that.
I mean, same, but
Look, I will tell you that I have seen many people come to me for love potions and to tell me the secrets to love and what their fortune's going to be in their love life. And none of that stuff ever works. The only way to make it work is to be honest with one another and enjoy your time together.
yes, honesty is something I'm working on.
So, if you can be honest with him above anybody else and you can just enjoy your time together and laugh and have a good time, that's really the secret sauce.
It does make me laugh, it's true.
Well, that's the most important part then. I don't have any love potions. I can't tell the future. But if you do those two things, it'll all work out okay.
I wouldn't want to give him a love potion anyway. Can you imagine?
No, he'd probably
He
be
would be
hyped up on
so
that
mad.
for way too long. More than 4 hours, he'd have to go see Sifanu.
Oh, he'd like that.
Rob is dying.
Hey, Sifanu, I've got a problem.
He
No,
is the doctor.
There's no secrets.
Uh,
It's work.
Relief.
yeah, sorry. Good one.
But I do have great, like, some fertility concoctions.
That's fine.
I've also got some no baby concoctions. I'm just
I
like,
have those myself.
okay, well, I'm here to help you with all of that.
I appreciate you. I mean,
Venom.
live in Fontra Cilor.
Who do you want as your midwife? I mean, me or Sifanu? These are choices you're gonna have to make.
Not, well, okay. It was between the two of you in the unlikely event that happens. You, obviously.
I knew it. I'm gonna tell Sifanu.
Don't want a necro nerd anywhere near that part of my body, thanks.
See? See? Though, you know, I think Deidre and him had a little tete-a-tete for a moment there in at the base of the mountain. Weird things happen in mountains. I wonder what's going to happen at this one.
If Deidre is anywhere near that conversation,
Nope.
she's not.
Nobody. Nobody is near this conversation.
Yeah, Lady Brittany was absolutely not going to express any amount of vulnerability anywhere near Deidre's magic.
Did any of, because you were talking to the locals about going into the forest, was that it?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about exotic plant life. And I've heard rumors of
Right.
plants that can shoot seeds, and what the locals know about that.
Plants that can shoot seeds? Nah, no such plants around here. But you're not from the island. No, I think you're mistaken, sir. What we have around here are the mispel seeds. Now, when you get across the clam stream, that's where you really gotta start to watch out for them. On this side of the stream, it's relatively fine. But on the other side, you will get into a lot of shrubbery with mispel seeds, and they will attach themselves, let me tell you. Now, I myself have done some hunting and trapping up that way, not too far in, mind you, but a little bit. And I can tell you a good remedy if that's where you want to go. There is the village of Storms on the other side of the clam stream. If you want to go and do some busking there. Not many other settlements around though, so I don't know why a busker might want to go there. But anyway,
Just for the excitement of it.
right, yeah, we have some people from off the island who come around about here every once in a while, a Paratorian and whatnot, and other foreigners who wants to experience the mispel seeds for themselves, and we always get a laugh out of that. They don't laugh too much, I have to say. but it's not too hard to handle it. Now, if you want to have a piece of advice on how to avoid most of the misball seeds, what you do is you take some fat or oil. Sulfolium could work, for example.
Oh my god, that buzzard fat.
Rub it in
That
properly.
rancid buzzard fat.
I'm writing all of this down.
You apply it liberally, and that will keep the misball seeds from stinging you too much.
Thank
Good
God.
to know.
Thank God we've kept that buzzard fat.
Right? That fat will come in handy in ways you could not anticipate.
Finally gonna get to slather everyone in fuzzard fat.
Now
gonna
it's
be great.
if you are are you a hunter, sir?
Not particularly,
No, if you are a hunter, you will enjoy some of the wildlife of the forest. Boars, you could definitely find some boars there. If you
Is
are
that where you got some of this food from? Because that was delicious.
indeed, that is verily so. And you will also be able to find some wild bees. You could harvest the honey, usually very good. Deer, though you want to be careful with some deer because I hear that some of them might be shapeshifters. You understand? You don't want to. So stay away from the deer.
Fascinating.
Stay away from the deer. Also do be careful with mastodons. There are wild mastodons in the forest as well, and they will hunt you. But generally, as long as you stay within, say, a day's walk of this village or stomps down the coast, you should be fine.
Okay. Thank you. So that quite helpful.
Further up, further inland, it gets more dangerous. You don't want to go that way. Supposedly some wolves, but also other things. Other things. You understand?
Mhm.
And I suppose that is the evening. They're so nice and hospitable, aren't they?
Unless Eldrida finds someone else who, someone to catch a baby for, apparently.
Not yet, but it's
Does
gonna
that
happen.
mean that you are about ready to leave Gruld and head into the forest proper? On your own 2 feet? No more carts, no more ships, no more boats?
Those are gonna get nice and greased up and
Yep.
Right.
Nice and greased up and into the forest. And I will say... Oh. So first you take off all your clothes, get all nice and greased up. That's almost like the start of a party for Sir Artegue.
Also, Sir Artegue was totally there to make sure
He's
everyone
been to that party.
gets 100% covered.
I mean, this
I'll
feels
help with
like
the
a
spots you
Punch
can't
Cilor
reach.
Friday.
And then
You always gotta make it weird.
and
Gonna scrape some of the dirt off Eldrida before we can lotion her up, though.
Hey, hey, hey.
and then strangely you put the clothes on top of the fatted body.
There, see, this is just weird.
That's just weird. But you kind of did that on Margira too. And I think that is where we will put a pause on tonight's adventure. You are about to trek through first the Yummy Woods and then into Talkme Forest property. And who knows what that might do. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I think there's like a whole list of
Just
things
fine.
that might do right here.
Everything is always fine. It's always fine.
Everything is
Yeah.
awesome when you're part of a
So-
team.
Exactly. Like, you can get, what is it, about 10 miles a day at most inside the forest? Something like that. So it might take a few days to...
Not to worry, our huntswoman can surely find tracks.
Sure.
Yeah, it's about 4 days to.
Yeah. All right, so
All
that
right.
adventure awaits, and you are now officially. When you step out of the village, you will in fact officially be off the spheres of the shadow board because there's no influence in the woods.
Good.
Yeah.
Go team.
They can't be tracked.
Faster.
I think this
into
is
the woods.
hostile territory for pretty much all of us.
Yep. Yep. There's a reason why you had to roll disguise. And thanks everyone for listening and watching.
Gosh, he's gonna be so
mad. See you in a couple of weeks. And yeah, that's where we're at. Very cool. No big reveals this time. Well, maybe a small. Who knows? Scary stuff. It will come. Don't worry. It'll come.
I'm glad I got you alone.
Yes. Bye.
All right, good night,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.